Fine. I'd like to confirm. Am I audible, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay. So we can start this. Before we go ahead with the session, I would like to share certain things with you people. Number one, uh, these sessions for placement training will be conducted on weekly basis. That means every week we'll meet with one topic and we'll discuss, so that by the time the company starts coming to our campus, you can be ready with your language skills. This is our primary objective for conducting this sessions. Number two, I have decided and scheduled the sessions in a logical sequence where it starts with self-introduction and greetings and it ends with mock interviews. So you can have hands-on practice on this. Number three, before we start today, I would like to ask you people that do you have any specific query, question, or doubts regarding self-introduction? So if you can share those things, I can incorporate in my session and we can go ahead. You can either unmute your mic and speak, or you can type in the comment box. In either ways, you can do that. Any specific requirement, any specific doubt or question or query related to how to open up when we meet somebody for the personal interview, right? How to introduce ourselves. Related to that, if you have any specific requirement, you can share here and then we can go ahead. So Hersh, Kishan, Kushal, Parth, Pushparat Singh, Bhagyesh, Jinu, Param. If you have any question, you can mention which things we have to focus while giving PI. Yeah, I'm going to include in our session today. Okay. Mustahid says that if the interviewer say something about yourself, then what should be our answer? Yes. See, this is the reason why I asked this question, because I'm going to talk about the same thing which is there in your mind. So we can connect the dots in a way that whatever you want to know about PI or self-introduction and whatever I shared today in the session are the same thing, right? That is, we can be on the same page. We can be there on the same ground so that we can go ahead together. Yeah, a proper arrangement of sentences by introducing ourselves, I have included in the session. Why should I only hire you? Yeah, okay. This is going to be in the next session that I'm going to talk about most common HR questions, right? That confuses you, right? That troubles you. So how to answer those questions systematically, that is the next session, right? So that would be there. How we can interactive and virtual mode on PI. Yeah, Pushparatsi, very good. This is the bonus thing in this session. So I'm going to talk about in that. Fine. Okay. GD is another topic that I have scheduled for you people. So I'm going to talk about these many things, right? So at the end of the session or before that, I'm going to share the details of the number of sessions, right? 10, 12 sessions I have decided for you people that on weekly basis I'll be dealing with you people. I'll do that. And I also explain you that how we can connect with. That means every Thursday or Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, I'll share the Google form, and along you need to register for it, and then I'll share the Google Meet link, and then we can connect. Right? This would be the pattern of discussion. Okay. Now we can go ahead with our today's session. I'm doing the recording of this session. So at the end of the session, right, what I'll do is I'll also share the YouTube link of this, so that you can later on, if you wish to refer, you can refer to. Fine. So I'll mail you this details at the end of the session, by end of the day rather. Okay, so we can go ahead with the things. Okay, and uh, I would request Dhaval and Param, right? That during the session, if you find any technical glitch, if I'm not audible, if you cannot see the screen, please unmute your mic and tell me, because when I'm sharing the screen, right, every time won't be able to see that whether it is audible or whether it's visible to you people or not. So these two students, I request, right, that you help me out. If there is a technical issue, you just unmute your mic and tell me so that we can resolve that problem. Okay, fine. So we can go with this. I'll try to make it a little bit. Yeah, the first session is greetings and introducing yourself. So how to greet somebody and how to introduce yourself. That is the session number 1, right? As I told you that there will be series of sessions. This is the first one that we are starting. We start with this, that why this question is asked. Why this question is asked to the in the personal interview. See, they people have details about you. They ask for your resume in advance, so they have the details with them. Now what is the reason why they need you people, or they need to know that how asking this question, what is the reason behind it, that they should know. So I have found few logics behind it. See, in the beginning, when companies come to the campus, placement department will ask you to submit your resumes. You submit your resume, and they have the resumes with you at the time of interview. Then why they ask this question? What is the logic behind asking this question? So I could find a few logics behind it. Number one, they want to check, they want to test your attitude towards work. Number one, they want to test that whether you are fit for the job or not. See, however clever you are, intelligent you are the most important person who can be required, or who can be the asset of the company. But the thing is that, are you fit for that or not? Right? Fitting in terms of skill, fitting in terms of attitude, in both the ways. Right? Number two. Number three, whether you can contribute or not. So by asking questions, because whatever you've written in black and white, right, that is in a form of 2D, rather, we can say. So they want to check the third dimension, the other dimension, virtually, and in person. So that's the reason they ask person interview, they ask for the questions. So these are the three logics I could find that why this question is asked. Now when somebody says that, these are the three logics, the next question would be there, that how this question, right, is asked. In personal interview, the panel, right, how they ask this question. So there are different ways of asking this question. There are 4 ways I could find, right? Number one, a very traditional, very common, and very normal one that everybody asks, that tell me something about yourself. Then you can find introduce yourself. Then you can find walk me through your background. See, this is typical technical one, right? They're trying to be a little bit informal one, or they try to be indirect one in a way. Then next one is take us to your resume. That means you need to tell about your resume. Now thing is that in-person interview, if you repeat the same thing which is there in resume, they will catch you that you don't have any other thing to share. Now thing is that how we can manage this, That is the reason why we are gathered online today. So let's go for it. This is something I have designed for you people. 7 wonders of self-introduction. It looks little bit, interesting that we have 7 wonders in the world. So I tried to match with that there are 7 wonders that can be included, or 7 elements that can be included in a self-introduction. It can be any self-introduction. You must have completed the course which I shared with you people, or on Udemy, that the passport to communication skills. Over there the first unit was related to self-introduction, but here self-introduction for social purpose and self-introduction for job interview, it slightly differs in a way. Fine, so we'll start with, so there are 7 elements. Number 1 is greetings. So we'll talk about that. What are the things that is required to be there in the greetings? Number 2, your name. See, the first impression is this: when you speak your name, and if your name is typical, if your name is not the common one, right, you can spell it and your pronunciation should be clear enough. So how we can go for it, we'll talk about it. Then you can talk about your personality. See, these are the things which are generally or cannot be found. If it is found there, we will be using as a complement to our resume. Fine. Personality, which type of personality you are. You need to find out the adjectives, and it should be there. It should match with your personality, number 1, and it should match with the job profile which is there. So you can balance it in a way. We'll talk about it in this session. Then education. If you have completed your education, what can be there? If you're in your last year, what can be the sentence structure? We'll talk about it. We'll also talk about some add-on details which can be considered. Next is achievement. See, there can be small achievements, big achievements, fine, but that is up to you. That is according to you. If it is a small achievement, but it can be very important for that company, if the company is looking for somebody with that kind of skill, right? So we need to find out that what are the achievements we can mention. So we'll talk about it. Then contributions, right? So we can talk about contribution. It can be small or big, right? It can be the huge one, whatever it is, we can talk about it. Then the projects, because as you're in final year, you must be doing some projects, and naturally your project says that your line of thinking, your interest is in that particular direction. That's why you selected the definition. So if the company's requirement and definition of your project, if you can correlate in that way, your job is done, right? In halfway, we can say. So one by one, we will talk about these 7 wonders, right? Up to here, it is okay, everybody? If it's okay, you can type yes in the comment box so that I can go ahead. Great, great. Okay. So we'll go for the first one. The first one is greetings. See, formal greeting is very important. And you need to be very clear that when to say good morning, when to say good afternoon, when to say good evening. You, in 24 hours time, you mark the time that before this time, it is good morning. Before this time, it is good afternoon. And from this time onwards, it's good evening. So don't fumble. Don't get confused looking at your watch, or you don't mug up that whenever I'll say, I'll go and I'll say that, good morning, sir. Sorry, good afternoon, sir. So don't do that, because first entry, first dialogue, whatever comes from your mouth for the first time, right? If it is not perfect, it will leave a kind of impact in the interviewer's mind. So make sure that you go with that form of greeting, number 1. Don't say hi, right? The way girls says, you waving your hands, hi sir, hello sir. Instead of that, this it can be one thing. Hello sir, good afternoon. That can be a formal one. But hi, the way you are meeting your friend, don't do that. Be formal one, right? You must have a smile on your face. When you smile, yeah, hello is okay. Kushal, hello is okay. But hello with, you need to add a good afternoon, good morning, like this, because it will help you to elevate the stress from your side, and that will also give the interviewer a kind of, relaxation. Okay, that person is, he speaks like this, so that person will also be comfortable because he would be knowing you now, right? Okay, now along with this, you may see, this is not a stereotype that you need to add every time that you share your feelings of gratitude, you express your gratitude towards the company, that thank you very much sir for giving me an opportunity, and all these things, that is, if it is feasible, if there are, for example, 100 of resumes, and only few people are shortlisted, so in that way you can thank that, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity, and shortlisting my name, and giving opportunity for person interview, right? But at the same time, your tone should be enthusiastic, that you want to talk, and it should be positive, it should be cheerful one, you should be, you should have a smile on your face. Okay, if two or more members are present, how we say, that means, you can, good afternoon, you say, instead of showing telling sir or madam, you can say good afternoon to all, good evening to all, good morning to all. Okay, who to greet, there are more than one, right? Whom to look at, see, at the end, the person who is sitting at the center, fine, you talk to that person. When you enter enter the room, right, you will find that there are two people. You will find one person is, in the center of the panel. You look at that person first, and then you start. Then whoever asks you a question, you look at that person, and then you answer. But when you enter, it is advisable that you look at the center, so that according to your eye span, you will be able to focus everybody. If you look at somebody in the corner, you may leave somebody else who is sitting in the other corner. So if you focus on center, right, in the panoramic mode, that would be great, right? But I don't think that there would be more than 3 4 people in, or no, in the panel discussion. So you can just focus on that person, and then you can
Sir, no voice. Sir, voice is not available.
Dhaval,
Yes, sir.
yeah, can you listen to me? There is
Yes.
there is a problem in the electricity. So I'm trying to connect with my mobile phone. It will take 2 minutes, right? I'll be here. I'll be connected in 2 minutes. So be there, everybody.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. I'm about to connect with you people. Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm audible now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, there is a noise.
Yeah, actually, I connected through my mobile phone. I wanted to convey you people that I am there. Don't worry. That's why I no disconnected that one. So now I guess there is no problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for the trouble. We can start again. Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about greetings. So one has to make sure that you focus on the center, right? You focus in the center, and if you find more people, look at them and make sure that you look at everybody, smile, establish proper eye contact, and greet them. Fine. For example, you say good afternoon to all and nod, looking at everybody. So that can be the way we can do that. Okay. Now, second one, as I mentioned, the name. Right now, problem with name is when we say that there is a problem in the name. Now, if your name is difficult to pronounce, you pronounce your name. You say my name is. You can say this is, for example, if I want to say Deepak, so I should not say my name is Deepak. I should speak full name. My name is Deepak Mashru. If Mashru is not understandable by the person, I'll speak Mashru. This is Deepak Mashru. I am Deepak Mashru. So it is advisable to speak, tell your full name. Number one. Number two, yeah, you pronounce it properly. And I have heard people saying that very commonly, that they say that, myself Deepak Mashru. They start their name with myself. There are lots of people around us. They speak like this. Actually, this is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. So never use myself to introduce yourself. Always speak myself, never. Always go for my name is Deepak, this is Deepak Mashru, or I am Deepak Mashru. You can select any of this, right? But never to use myself. If you use myself from that first line onwards, you are out. Okay. Third point is personality. Many students ask this question to me that, sir, what to write for personality? What to write for personality? There are many. Here you need to find out the personality, the adjectives which are related to you. For example, I can say I am very innovative. So I have done some innovations. I am very creative. There are proofs with me that I have proved myself as a creative. I am proactive. So I have participated in NSS or some other activities which can show, which can prove that I am creative. It is not necessary to speak 2-3 adjectives. You can say only one. Fine. Okay. So personality wise, you can use adjective which is suitable to your personality and which can be connected through or connected with the job profile which has been asked. Not necessarily that it will always get connected with job profile, but make sure that if it is connecting, that would be great thing for us. Okay. Next one is education. For education, I could find that one common problem that everybody says, right, is I am studying. You listen to me carefully. People say I'm studying. I'm studying in mechanical engineering. I'm studying in 7th semester mechanical engineering. Studying is absolutely wrong phrase to speak with. Never ever go with it, right? Either you can say I pursue in 7th semester of mechanical engineering, or you mention that I study in. If you want to go other way, you can say I am the student of mechanical engineering in 7th semester, right? I study in Marwadi College affiliated with Gujarat Technological University. Never ever use acronyms, short forms. I study in ME from MEFGI, from MU GTU. Now, for you, as you have spent around 4 years in Marwadi, you people say that MEFGI is Marwadi Education Foundations and a group of institutions. People know that. When I say GTU, Gujarat Technological University, that I know, but the third person may not know that. So it is not advisable to use acronyms, short forms. Always go with full names. Fine. And if possible, see, everybody would not have that thing in a passion that one day somebody came to your, came in your life, shared something about machines, and you got inspired for machines and you selected mechanical engineering. If it is so, mention it. If it is not so, it's okay. But why mechanical engineering? There are other branches. This question will help you to defend, to support the argument or the question in the common HR questions, that why should we select you? When you establish here in the first self-introduction that you have passion for machines, you have passion for innovation, you have passion for creativity, and your passion and company's vision are connecting, you must have a question. You must have a question raised in your mind. Sir, do we need to work so much to get to pass one interview? Yes, you will have to, because the company is going to give you 20,000, 50,000 bucks every month. If you want to buy a mobile of 15,000, you make a survey like anything. You ask your friends. So you spend a lot of time, energy for buying a mobile. So it is your lifetime thing. This will decide, your first job will decide the career of yours. So you will have to work hard on that. You cannot take it lightly. You cannot take it, in a very casual way. You need to take it very seriously. Fine. Okay. See, these are the things I would have given you in simple text format also. But the way you work shows your attitude, shows your dedication, shows your commitment. You need to prove that by doing it. Every time we cannot, reflect, or we cannot say, but we need to show by doing it. Okay. So this is fourth one. I guess up to here everything is okay. Can I move to the next one? Up to 4, is it clear with everybody? Great. Fine, sounds fine. Okay, now I'll go with the fifth one, achievements. You will be surprised to know that in companies, big companies, where they have around 10,000 employees, the HR, right, they are instructed. You listen to me very carefully. This is the golden statement of the session. The HR of the big companies, huge companies who have more than 10,000 employees, they are instructed to spend not more than 15 to 20 seconds per resume. So in a way, I tell you that if you feel that your resume is only of 1 page, you go with the spacing, you go with bigger fonts, you go with playing with the margins, and try to stretch it to the 2 pages or 1.5 pages to show that you have done something worth. Don't do that. Don't do that. I tell you that even you have 4 achievements, 5 achievements with you, not necessarily you include each and every achievement. You make sure that which achievement is relevant to the job, which is the most important, which can be given top rank. You mentioned that. For example, I have won several certifications and medals by representing Marwari at state level, national level, right? But the most important, it was a proud moment to represent Marwari University in basketball at national level. So that you can mention. So one thing you need to find out that what is to be shared and how it can be connected. If you remember, when I came to a classroom, I mentioned that if you have achieved something, for example, if somebody is chess champion and there is an opening for project manager, how come they would prefer a chess champion for a project manager? Right? So you need to connect that. Being a chess player, you know how to strategize things. You are a quick thinker. You can decide things fast. You are a multitasker because you have you have your vision. You can see your players. You can see the opponent's players, and based on the calculations of your and his turn, you can decide on the chessboard. So that if you mention that, if you can connect that, definitely that person will think of selecting you. You need to mention that thing in a way, right? Okay. Prashant has a question that I am a creative person. I selected mechanical engineering to learn and design new solutions for machines. You can say. There's no problem in that. You can rephrase this. Being a creative person, I was always fascinated about uh, finding and creating new designs and solutions for machines, and that was the reason why I selected mechanical engineering. You can rephrase the statement and you can mention like this. Okay. Now, contributions. Next one. If you go look back in the future, in the past, last 4 years, what you have done for your class, for yourself, for university, for society, for your family, you will see that there is nothing like that. But it is not like this. See, it is not necessary that you have been awarded something, or you have been what we call it, you have been nominated for something. Whatever small contribution is, right? But thing is that that contribution should be, right, relevant and most important. There are more. For example, I represented uh, Marwadi University in Baha competition. You can mention that. One activity, this ASME happened very recently, and I'm sure, damn sure that you must have participated or volunteered in that, because it was typically mechanical departments event, and it was Asia level event. So you can mention that thing, that you were there as a contributor, and you contributed as this level, and your contribution was this. Fine. If we have won any competition, we can include that in contribution. No, Prashant, you can include in achievements, because winning a competition, that shows your achievement. But you have worked as a contributor in any of this competition, right? In that way, you can mention that I was a student coordinator, I was event coordinator, I was in I looked after the guest, right? All this. I'm a volunteer in ASME eFest. You can mention that, but you can mention a little bit in detail. Yes, you can mention in a little bit in detail that what was your role and what did you do. Fine. And most important thing is that what was learning from that. For example, Prashant said that I volunteered in ASME and I could learn team management. Now the company who is coming to the campus to recruit one project manager or a mechanical engineer, they are not interested in any volunteer who has participated in ASME, but they are definitely willing to recruit a person who is good in team management, right? Who is a team player. See, it is also said in Bhagavad Gita that you be a team player and win the battle. So if you do alone something, right, they will not consider it. You need to be careful by selecting words that you coordinated with people. You have got interpersonal communication skills, and that will help you to win the battle. So in that way, you can mention about your contributions, right? So whatever contribution is the best, befitted, suitable, appropriate to the company's profile, or what is required by the company or job profile, you match with that and accordingly share. See, we are going to get one chance only. So make sure that you do it in a best possible manner. Okay. Now, no project definition left, so only this definition was left, and your guide was only comfortable with this definition. That's why you selected it. It is a different thing, right? But here, your definition, your problem or your question, your topic of your project will definitely share and reflect in the interviewer's mind about your personality. So the definition and what you have done for the project or what you do for the project, you need to mention that. Yeah, Prashant, if you say that team management, it may not reflect your leadership. But if you mention that I led the team from the front, I led the team from the front. Here, we should not be pompous, right? We should not boast about ourselves. Self-boasting is not required. It will not help you, right? But you say that instead of praising yourself, you say that I was lucky enough to have a big team, supporting team, right? With whom I could work. So that you can mention, or it was a great team experience to deal with. You can speak in this way. So see, there are many enthusiastic students. They have done 2-3 projects. So make sure that one project which is there, which is the best one, you mention that only. You talk about that only, right? You don't talk about everything. See, when there is a special day, you will not wear all the clothes which are there in the wardrobe. You will pick and choose the only best one and the most suitable as per the situation. So you don't give what you have, you give what is required, and you will be taken up, you will be picked up for sure, right? So these are the 7 wonders you can select, right? Okay, so what shall we do is we can have a very quick recap of what we have done, right? We started with
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, voice is not there.
yeah. Hello. Now audible, everybody? Okay, fine. Okay, so you can talk about education in a way that I study in mechanical engineering. You need to speak your name of the college and university. Don't use acronyms. Try to speak the full names so that the people who are there, they get to know that about the full forms. Otherwise they may get confused. Achievements, as I mentioned earlier, that you can talk about the achievement which is there, which can be relevant to the job and be fitted one. Likewise, contributions. There can be many contributions. You may have contributed at different levels. But the last one, if you want to talk about 3 contributions, you start with the last one, the recent, and then you go in the past, right? Because when you are senior in the college, you would be given more job with responsibility. So you talk about those jobs first, and then you go back. Fine. You talk about the projects which are there, which can reflect your identity and all this. Okay. Gino, there can be 2 to 4 minutes maximum, not more than that. Okay. Dhaval says that I have no fear to contact with any high position or elder, so that I'll say in proper word. You can say that I am very good with interpersonal communication skills, and as by participating and contributing in many events, technical, non-technical events in our college, I used to approach the people of every level. So in a way, I'm comfortable to talk with people of every level. Now, Dhaval, there is one threat. That threat is in certain organizations, people may not entertain or like those people who are bold enough to go and talk to anybody. So you need to make sure in that way. If interviewer says, Bhagya says that, if any interviewer says that, what is your activity in lockdown? What is our answer? See, it is your call, what you have done, right? If you watched web series, you cannot say I watch web series. And if you want to say I watch web series, you can mention that I have watched web series related to some construction or mechanism, or you have watched videos related to machine, right? Machine learning, or you can mention about mechatronics. You refer to the videos of the owner of Tesla, right, who is working on brushless motors. Fine. So that is the new generation car that would be there. You can talk about SpaceX car, right? So that can be there. Sir, can we include our freelance work that we did in lockdown till date? You can mention that. Fine. You can mention if it is exceptional one. You can mention. Yeah. If you have your own blog, you can mention I'm a blogger. Right. I'm a blogger too, and I love to read about the topic of your blog, and you can share the details about it. Definitely, you can mention about it. Fine. You can incorporate these things in your contribution. If I want to job and non-technical work, interview asks, what do you do? Non-technical job work. You see, when you are applying for non-technical things, that means you have some incline towards non-technical things, right? I think Akash has left the meeting, and I'm replying Akash answer, right? Okay. So definitely we can talk about non-technical things. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, that there will be bonus, right? There will be bonus of netiquettes. See, the world is talking about etiquettes, and now because of this online things, right? People talk about netiquettes, right? Okay. So Akash has joined again. Akash, if you have inclined towards, if you have interest of non-technical things, you must have done something for a non-technical area. So you can talk about those details, achievements, for example, in dance competition or singing competition or elocution competition, wherever you have contributed or participated, won something, you can mention that, right? Okay. I guess it will not work. Depending on the question, you can get ready with the things and phrases, right? These are the things I'm going to discuss in the most common HR questions. Fine. For self-introduction, I will advise you not to, add any unnecessary thing which can put you in trouble. Fine. So self-introduction should be straightforward, very impactful, very effective, right? So no other details, right? Other than the required things. These are the things you can use to defend arguments. For example, if somebody says, why should I select you? There are 70 students sitting in the exam hall. Everybody is of from mechanical background, because they are your classmates, similar mark sheets, similar age group, similar background, same college, same classroom, same teachers. Then why should we select you? And you can say that there are 69 other people, right? They have technical knowledge. I'm the 17th one, the first one who has got technical as well as non-technical things. You can put there, you can mention, you can use these things to make yourself stand out from the crowd. Kushal, I guess I replied your question, right? Okay. Now, what is netiquette? Fine. So I have used this infographic to explain the diagram.
Sir, voice
Okay.
કપાય છે.
Okay. Now it's okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Akash, I guess we can keep this question in the next session, because what will be the situation in 2021 to get technical job? Is it demand will more or what? I guess this question can be answered by your technical teachers, because they are more into this field and they can talk about it. But I can tell you one thing, that I came across one beautiful video shared by Nikunj Raj sir. That video is made by Vivek sir. They both are from your department, and Vivek sir has designed one COVID key. See, this is what, in this situation, if you can market this, your idea at large scale, you can go ahead. And he is also working on different aspects, that key can be designed in with different metals, and that can take the people out of that fear of getting infected with corona infection. So there are definitely things you need to think out of box. And I suggest you people that whenever you are free, you go to the patent search. You search for the patent, and that patents will give you idea, description of what a patent has been registered. So you will get the idea about what people have thought of and they have got registered. You'll be surprised to know that there are more than 25,000 patents registered for toothbrush only, that we use in everyday life with our half-eyed eyes open. When we get up, right, when we are brushing our teeth, people got idea, and they have got registered 25,000 different, that flexi neck and all this, that bristles, different types of bristles and all. So you can find out, right? Because wherever you people are from the mechanical background, right? For everything there is machine would be there everywhere. So you can find out that whether you can make something which can be used for retail business, or you can create a kind of machine which that machine can create different machines. Fine. So technically, I may not be that much sound. Okay. If we are moving in management sector, and question asked like why you choose mechanical and then you want to go in management sector. See, you can mention that mechanical engineering and management is the top level management. So after certain time, right, it will be required. And when we go for finding patterns, yeah, I'll share with you people. When I share the link of this YouTube video, I'll also share the links for finding patterns. Yes, I'll do that. Fine. Okay. Now you look at this diagram, infographic. Number one, when you are online facing any interview, the first thing first is, right, here I need to mention zero thing, your stable internet connection. I have got broadband at my home. Unfortunately, there was a light problem. Fine. And when there is a fluctuation in electricity, right, the modem got restarted and there's a problem. So there should be stable internet connectivity, number one. And number zero. Number one is background. When you are going to face interview, people would see that what type of background you have. You need to find out a common background, a beautiful background, Stable background can be black color, white color, whatever, but you make sure that you have got that background with you. Number 2, lights. Because generally what happens that when you are facing camera, right, if the lights are not proper there on your face, it can create a problem. So there is no need to buy new lights, but you sit there where on the opposite side there is a light which can there on your face, so that will make yourself little bit bright. Camera, you should have a good quality camera. If you are using your laptop, you can use Droid application. Droid, DROID, Droid application. With that application, you can connect your Android phone and your iPhone using that data cable, and you can use your mobile as a web camera. You can go for it, right? Droid application is free application available on Google Play Store. You need to sync your laptop and your mobile phone, and your mobile phone will work as your webcam. So that will serve the purpose. Microphone sound, the way I selected 2 students and said that whenever I'm speaking, if you find any problem in my sound, you tell me. So sound and mic should be proper. And the most important thing is yourself, right? You should be neatly dressed, properly shaved, right? If you like to have beard, it should be properly trimmed. Fine, because it is something like you are going to have a date with a girlfriend, right? It is that much important, because that will decide, that important thing will decide, one meeting, one interview will decide your career. And mind it that when somebody is going to offer you certain amount, it can be 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 bucks per month, that person will definitely find out the best in you. And if that person is not satisfied 100%, he has more than 100 options with you. You see, you may not have 100 companies as options, but that company which has come to the campus will have definitely 100 options with him. So you need to find that you are properly neatly dressed, and your appearance, your tone, your language, right, it should be apt in what we call it, aligned with the requirement. You should look like professional. Fine. So we are going to use different sessions in the coming time. We are going to talk about that what kind of answer should be there when there are some tricky questions, how to avoid questions, how to reply questions. We'll be talking about it in the coming sessions. If you have any questions, you may ask. You can unmute your mic and ask question, or you can put it on chat box. See, Kushal, that is the thing that we have discussed here, right? Said I'll start with last 1.8 is about online interview, right? Yeah, bonus point is related to online interview, right? It's about etiquette. So in some time I'm going to share the full video on it. Fine, but here I wanted to show that these are something that can help you to improve your etiquettes. That's why I share this. Kushal, I tell you that there should be self-introduction of your own, and it should differ from everybody, right? For example, whatever I speak, you may not simply copy and speak in that way, because your personality is different. What you need to do is you need to follow this 7 points. Based on 7 points, you jot down, you make sentences, write on the paper, get it corrected, right? And then you start speaking, you have a practice, and then you go for it, right? That's the only way you can go with. In interview, high English language need or normal English? See, there is nothing like high or low English or normal English. English is English, right? And I tell you that See, don't get impressed with the people who speak fluent English, or don't get demotivated. Fine. One thing. Second thing is, what you need to do is you need to be careful about selecting words. Number two, you can play with the words of your branch. We call it jargon, technical words. If you know little technical words about your branch, that can help you, because the person who will be sitting there as an interview would be of that same branch or similar branch, so would be able to understand you. Number three, they are not going to recruit you as language teachers, but definitely your if you are proficient in English,
Sir, voice is not there. Hello, sir.
any question or doubts?
No, sir.
Kishan, would you like to say something?
No, sir.
Okay. Any suggestion for next sessions? If you've enjoyed, you can say yes. And if you have certain questions or doubts, you can mention that. Everybody? Yes, Kushal, there will be more than one session for mock interviews, definitely. So if you enjoyed the session, you can say okay. So most probably we'll have the same time next Saturday. We'll have another session. Fine. So we can call it for a day. Fine. If you have anything else to say, you can share. Otherwise, we can conclude the session. Oh, thank you, Dhaval. Fine. I'll be sharing the links to your email IDs, so that you can get if you want to refer it later on, you can do that. Fine. And make sure that if you have other friends who could not join today, if they want to join in the next time, I'll share the Google form, and I'll be waiting for you people next week, so that we can go ahead with the next session, right? So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Thank you all.